hope that wherever you are doing very well. A quick one today. I thought I'd just do a quick flip of July, the month that was, in my Hobonichi, let you guys know how I'm going, and I've got some other little things to show you, and yeah, just that'll be that for today. So we'll jump straight in. As you guys have seen, I set this up to use, but I don't know that I ever gave you through a run-in of specifically what ended up being the final things that went in it. So I have got in here a very well loved Sakura Micron fine liner in a 0.3. I've got a black Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen in hard. I actually do prefer the soft, but this one has well and truly had its day, so I'm using the hard one because I had one and I'll order me a new soft one. I've also got these, the Pentel Sign Touch Brush Pen in a pink and a purple. And I've got a pencil, my Pilot Color Eno in a pink. And then I've just got a handful of coloured felt tip pens here. Most of them are Staedtler Triplus. This one's a Stabilo because the Staedtler doesn't have a teal, and that's my favourite colour. So I've got that's a selection of stuff in there. And when I'm out and about, I also put my Apple pencil in there, and that seems to be a fairly good range of stuff for me. Inside, I've got in this pocket, I don't have a lot. I have a birthday card from my sister-in-law that I haven't opened yet because it's not my birthday, and just some dot grid plain paper in case I need it. So, and then I just stick, you know, notices and stuff in there. And then inside the main body here, I have got the Uni Style Fit gel pen. It's a 5 that I use for just writing, that sort of slits into the pen loop. I've got 2 different washi cards and a paper clip just in case. I haven't really needed washi as much in this planner yet, but so far I'm still settling in. I'm sort of working on that. I've got some post-it notes for to-do lists and these couple of random blank white hexagon stickers that just sort of ended up in there, and the magnetic bookmark. So my stickers are here. They are a mess. I'm going to apologize. So I've got my Hobonichi stencil, which I haven't really used as much so far, but most of these are Fox and Cactus stickers from my personal collection, which I won't flip through them all, but some of them are super old, some of them are newer. They're very well loved. And I've also got some of, this one's random, I can't remember where I got that from. And then I've got some Bubble and Blossom stuff in here, sort of test sheets and things that Bron and I have been working through, and that. And this pile is the same. There's a Fox and Cactus, there's some Bubble and Blossom, there's, you know, these ones are old Fox and Cactus, like right from when Emma and Tom first started. So there's some vintage in there. So this is, my sticker organization game is not really on point. And then like test prints of our stickers that didn't sort of these ones are clear stickers that I've got to try. But we couldn't get them to cut on the machine, so I have to cut them out manually and just see how they go. And I'm going to see if I can have a fiddle with those later. But yeah, so that's my very unorganized sticker stash, and they literally just there is no rhyme or reason. Whenever I want a sticker, I have to pick out a pile and just go for it. So the Hobonichi's actually held up really well. The cover, I had to just this top corner re-glue this little washi, but apart from that, everything's held really well. The size has not been an issue carrying it around in my bag. I've actually adored the fact that I have got literally everything that I need at a bare minimum in the one place. So that's been really, really good. So let's get inside. I will try and centralize you a bit. So my plan has been so far to have the front area as sketching and watercolor practice, None of these are intended to be in any way particularly skillful. They're just me playing around. Some of them are my own ideas. Some of them are just things that I've seen on Pinterest that I've used, the poses that I've then adapted just for practice on form. So these are the first two here. This is Flair. He's out of my Sorcery and Stardust series, my novel. There's just a little dragon there. This one is Akana looking over her shoulder. My white gel pen, by the way, has given up the ghost, and I don't have a new one yet. So none of these have the highlights that they need. So technically these illustrations are all unfinished. And then this is a little antlery druidy girl. So that's as far as I've gotten with my actual proper sketches. So all of this here are all the weeklies and monthly layouts and all that sort of stuff, which will basically be sketch material like this through the year. And I need to get in and do more of it. I haven't done as much as I would have liked to by this point, but that's what that is going to be for. So all that, there's no point me showing you that because it's just blank. So here's July, which you guys saw me do this on camera. Just a bit of color there, the cover page. This is now up in the shop. And I'll leave the link to the Etsy store down below, but if you like this, these will remain sort of perpetual, and as time goes on I'll add more designs, but that's July. So far this planner has been very practical. I've adored it and I wanted to do more creative things in it, but so far it's been quite practical. Excuse my post-it notes, these are just notes for my novel that I am not ready to share yet because the thing's still in progress. And I don't know how well you can see it, but let me have a peek. Oh yeah, you kind of can. There is a sketch down there. If I lift it up a little closer, of a little dragon sort of in progress that I never ended up lining or coloring, and I would like to do that. So what I pretty much do is, as you can see, I've sectioned my page into 3 parts. I have the times and then my tasks, and the idea is that I'd like to fill in my leftover spaces with either quotes or illustrations or stickers. This is just me testing. We got a new paper and I wanted to test how it stuck down, but yeah, so far it's been mainly practical, so there's not going to be a lot of creative stuff in here, but I wanted to flip it anyway and keep myself accountable and show you guys sort of where we're at, and hopefully as the year progresses we'll be able to see month by month the way things change. So once again, here's a quote that is a Tolkien quote, one of Emma's Fox and Cactus stickers in there. This is before I went to Newcastle to visit my brother and his wife and their new baby. So this is my pack list and my sort of tasks. Again, I did this sketch on the plane. I'm not a great flyer. I'm not the worst flyer, but I'm not a great flyer. So I sort of started sketching that, and as you can see, the proportions are all off and it's terrible. And I ended up just being like, no, can't do this while I'm midair. So there's that. Now this is while we were in Newcastle, so there wasn't a lot that happened on these days. So I've got mainly quotes. It simply isn't an adventure worth telling if there aren't any dragons, which is a Tolkien quote that I hold very dear to my heart because I adore dragons, and I try my best to sneak them in wherever I can in my writing. And then over here, what makes you different makes you beautiful, which is something that I like to remind myself of quite regularly. Over here, these pages, no love. No love. So I would like to, like I said, come back and fill all those blank pages in retrospectively. So that's something that maybe in future flips I'll be able to update. And then again, this is fairly utilitarian. As you can see, we came home that day. And oh god, the flights got delayed and it was just ridiculous. Mum and I were supposed to be home at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we didn't get home until like 9:30 at night. It was the weather was awful and there was a lot of turbulence, and yep. So there's that. Over here, start of term 3, so this is the end of the school holidays. You can see I'm starting to try and get my scheduling back on track. There's one of Emma's stickers. Another lovely sketch here. I say lovely in inverted commas. I sort of half got started. The idea was that this lady is she's got a spirit and he's quite happy to see her. But I never sort of finished that off. That was just me mucking around while dinner was cooking. Again, I'm sort of slowly getting the hang of it. The idea of one book July, if you're familiar with the concept of one book July, where everybody puts everything in one book, that's kind of the concept I'm going for, except it's going to be one book everything all the time. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to set up. Once again, some novel notes there. That's one of Bron and my stickers from Bubble and Blossom. Piper bought me a sequin home from school and decided that I needed it for my journal. And there's another couple here. Here, Breathe Deep, Seek Peace, which is actually a Dinotopia quote. If any of you are from my generation of people and were familiar with Dinotopia. So there's that. Here's one of Emma's. This was the day that I got offered a signing table at a conference for next year as a signing author, so I'm pretty excited about that. Orion's birthday was a big fat nothing. I painted a fern on it because we had a big party that day and I pretty much got nothing done. And then over here, just my very, very, very crude and wonky drawing of a teacup. I smashed my Kindle, everyone. I smashed it good. About several days before that, it got dropped on the floor, landed butter side down, screen kaput. So Mum sourced me a new one, and those were the dates, the note relevant to that. It only arrived yesterday, so I was without it for a week or so, which was a little bit painful, but we're back on track now. Over here, it's still magic, even if you know how it's done. Terry Pratchett and his Discworld series are massive inspirations to me as a writer. I adore him and the things that he was able to create with his work. Here is a random princess sticker. Don't know whom it's from. I've had it for literally forever, like so long that they've started to kind of go discolored. So here, once again, another quote. Excuse the swear words if that's not your jam. That's just trying to remind me to keep it real. I have a very nasty habit of spreading myself too thin. So then here I'm testing out some stickers for Bubble and Blossom. These ones were quite good actually. I like these for reminders for school, and I can sort of write on them, and they work really well with the gel pens. The fuel sticker, I was checking the size. I don't normally note down my fuel consumption, but just for giving it a go, I did. Then over here, once again, these pages need a bit of love, but I was quite busy this particular day. This was, we had a party for Piper's birthday, so there wasn't much that got done on all these. I didn't even draw up my page like normal. It's just got notes. And even here, this is just story notes. This is literally the only thing I had written down, which I think I ignored. But what are you going to do? And then once again, on the Monday, Piper's actual birthday, I didn't even open my planner on this day, which was really bad because I needed to message Michelle and I forgot. So that was awkward. But then here is Leah, who's up on the Etsy store with our new sticker paper, which I absolutely adore. The colors are so much more vibrant. Random me, planning me. Piper had 100 days of school. And once again, just jotting down notes. This was, Brahman and I wanted to do a black and white watermark on the back of our big die cut stickers. Which I don't think I have any here with them on to show you. But anyway, we wanted to do some watermarking on the back, and we thought we'd print it out and test it, and we accidentally printed it on the wrong side. So we now have a whole bunch of our logos in black and white. So that's one of those. Now this is the August cover page, so we'll come back to that in a second. And then this brings me to yesterday and today. So here I started another dragon sketch, which didn't get finished, but partially was fiddling with that while I was mucking around yesterday. I was on the phone to my brother, so I was doodling in the background. And then here is today, which I have not set up yet, which is funny because it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but the morning has just streaked away from me because I had my friend Nikki visit, which, you know what, I'm just going to write that in now. And it was great. I haven't seen her in ages. But it meant that I did not sit down at my desk and look at things until now. So that still needs a bit of work. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip back over here because this needs to be fixed. So I have got here August. So what I thought I might do is actually put this up a little higher, and I want to put like a goals, like monthly goals page box section underneath. So I won't bother filling out the goals on camera because you guys really don't need to see me writing. But what I will do is I will just quickly stick it while we are chatting. Now this August sticker will be up on the Etsy store, I'm hoping today, this weekend sometime. So if you adore it, you can certainly go and check it out. Now, where are what color do I want? I think I want like a purpley kind of color for that. And I want a ruler of some description. So I kind of want to do that. And yeah, I should have measured approximately where I was, but you know what, we're just gonna, are we just gonna, because I don't know that I can. It's my very crude measuring device. All right, that's going to be approximately, right? Like that. And then, so I'm not very good with rulers, so I'm expecting this to go haywire at any moment. Usually we end up with all sorts of wonky lines. Normally I prefer to just, you know, draw it freehand because then it's wonky on purpose, right? Rather than going, oh yes, I clearly was using a ruler and drew over my own fingers or moved it halfway or, yeah, anyway. Oh dear. Right, now I have a box. Now I have a box. Let's do that and put this away, and I would like I really like my brush pen, but that brush pen has had it. So where's my black one? Okay. And I'm just going to put alright, like that, and maybe a little underneathy. So I can come back later with one of my other pens and write down the things that I want to do for this month, which if I remember I'll snap and put up on Instagram later for anybody who's moderately interested. But there's that. So you know what else have I got down here that I can spruce this up with a bit? What have I got? Probably not a scarecrow. I could put one of Emma's unicorns down here. Should be cute. And the blue kind of matches. Okay. Yep. That's how I roll. Alright, and that can go back in there. Okay, so I've now got my monthly page set up with the August sticker. And I do need to sort out today. And I need to use this better. I mean, I'm using it practically, it's functioning perfectly, it's doing exactly what I want, but I really like to try and find the time to enjoy it a little more and sort of dig deeper into the creative side of this planner. So hopefully the next time I flip through August, I will have done that. And by making this video with my very boring notes flip through, I'm keeping myself accountable. And once this video is done, I'm going to actually sit down and plan out today. Plan out today. So there's that. So something I wanted to show you guys as well, as the flip through, was what we've got coming up on the Etsy store. So the monthly stickers that we were talking about before, this was July, that you saw last month. That was August that you saw me just do. So there are those. And we've now got September up. Isn't she pretty? I was really happy with how this one turned out with my lovely fox. So there's that one. And we've also got October. I actually have designed the whole year, but it's, you know, it's time for us to, like, we've got to print and cut and test and, you know. I've made them big enough that they can fit across an A5. But if anybody specifically wanted them to fit an A6 or something like that, then drop us a line, because I'm happy to arrange for that to happen if anybody really likes them. So that is the big monthly ones, which these should be going up on the Etsy store this weekend. This weekend I am going to try my best. Those, if you really like them. Then also I have got here the companion stickers, basically. So for every artwork that I've been doing for the months, Bron and I have been doing a companion sheet. So here are the foxes with the leaves, which I was the size there I was pretty happy with how that turned out. She shrank down pretty good. Now I've also got here bag. I'll fix that later. I've also got here the dragon that I used in the August one, but this is subject to change. I'm showing you anyway, just so that you know that they are coming. But I said to Bron the other day that I'd really like to get 4 of him on here if possible. Means we'll lose a few of the flowers, but I'd probably prefer to have the extra dragon on there. So but I don't want him to get too small, so small that he loses his detail, basically, is the conundrum there, what we're trying to work out. So this one's not going on the store as yet, because even though I bought these 2 home to put into stock, I said to Bronwyn the other day, I don't want to commit to him until I'm 100%, we are 100% happy with the size. So that's a stay tuned for him. Hopefully he'll be up in the next couple weeks. But he is coming. He is coming. And then these ones, which are adorable, are just some practical stickers that Bron designed for school or kinder or playgroup or whatever you do that runs by the term. And it's pretty much you've got 2 of each of the terms. You've got enough starts and ends that you could do a term 1 start, term 1 end, you know. Some blank pencils, and then the cute little pencil shavings down here. So these ones will also go up when I get a chance, is pretty much how it works. I would love to be able to commit and say every Friday or something like that, but it is what it is. That's what family life is like, I'm afraid. So that is everything that I wanted to show you today. That's the video said and done. My accountability flip, and the new stock that's coming into the store ASAP. Thanks very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little sort of plain peek, and I will do my best to work harder and make this more interesting next time. But until then, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys